Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Fire Pit TCGs. This is round hazy memory. Round 4 of the WIXOSS GP hosted in Vegas. I am Hellfire, and I am joined by Tiffany from Lifeburst Podcast.
Hello, thank you so much for having me. This is going to be fun.
Are you prepared to watch Andrew maybe make mistakes that are going to make you want to go, why did you do this?
Yes. Yes. I've been training for this our whole relationship.
Damn, we already got the spice coming out. All right, so as obvious as we see on this little screenshot pause here, we have Andrew from Lifeburst Podcast on the right-hand side versus, I believe this is Phantom. I recognize the playmat. I think he was the only one with this playmat, so I think this is him.
Yeah, it's cute. I like that playmat a lot.
Yeah, I think it's the Cyber one but from Gemtech, but that's not why we're here. So anyways, so as mentioned in the previous videos, all of these are post-commentary, so there's a lot more we can get away with saying compared to if this was live. So, as also you saw while doing the introductions, the deck lists popped up on the screen. First one should have been the left-hand player, second one right-hand player. I'm sorry if I got this wrong. I probably edited this video at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Like you do.
Yep. No, ain't no party like a 2 a.m. party because bad ideas. But anyways, so getting started here. If it wants to click. Excuse you, video, please.
All right, let's do this. Doing a little shuffle action.
Yeah. Just in time for... Looks like they're going for starting hands. We're just going to fast forward this about... Oh man, I can only go 10 seconds? Yeah, we're just going to fast forward this about 10 seconds. So we see Mono
right.
Tama on the left, Esper Tama on the right.
So a little Tama v Tama, but two completely different deck constructions for sure.
So the mono white... So Andrew is going first here, enter charging a random drain. The mono white does tend to play a little more stally and try to board... wall up with cards like Lovdabi, Tokiyuki level 1s, but they do have some kind of removals like Over Pursuits, Flash cards.
Ooh, going in for early random drain. Brutal.
So, I mean, you got the enter, might as well use it. Looks like an Over Pursuit was discarded from Phantom's side.
Interesting choice, because an Over Pursuit is something that you could potentially use on your first turn, although it is used better on your second turn so that you can enter charge accordingly.
Right. Not to mention, he also might have another one in hand, especially since it only targets level 1. It's a very early game, very like first turn level 3 maybe, depending. So we see a Tokiyuki on left slot and Mastema on right slot.
Alright, starting out strong. Definitely going for, hopefully that the multi-enter will be entered instead of bounced.
Right.
However, the Tamamana White does prefer to bounce as a form of enter starving, so we'll see what Phantom decides to do here.
Yeah, I actually think it wouldn't matter if the Mastema does get bounced because...
Ooh, answering with a mirror to Yuki.
Yep. That's exactly what I was expecting.
Yep.
Weird that they blanked the Tokiyuki, but I guess opening the 2 holes anyways doesn't matter in this case. So Exia Burst, opt to draw the card because there's nothing up remaining. Monomine as well. I did not see what that first burst was. I do believe it
was a Bernices.
Bernices, so it's not really going to do much in that early. Probably just a simple... especially considering I don't think he had any valid targets in his trash at the time.
Yeah, your trash is super low.
Yeah, I think if both were random drains at the time. I do see no, I do not see a third card in there, potentially. I might have missed it, but, no, so grow to 2, paying out the Exia as probably the fair choice, because if you see a Servant Burst, you already got Servants. You kind of want the Exias to try and deny lanes from attacking.
Well, you also want that Exia in your trash early, because if you're going to be going in with a Super Celestia Saber, you can always get that back.
That
so
is
the Exia serves you much better in this deck.
That was,
in the trash.
That was 3 random drains in his trash. Yeah, that Bernicius wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
So we got Bruno down center, Mastema back on the field. We don't have to worry about any color.
Going for the Machina Grow, good call. Move some of those removing the Yuki, interesting. Not even worrying about the bulky Tokiyuki.
I'm wondering if it's leaving the Tokiyuki just to have a dead lane to swing the Bruno to not worry about it getting bursted out.
Oh yeah, no, that's very smart, because then since the Bruno's not going to vanish, it'll be able to do its discard instead and still deny the enter.
Mm-hmm. Granted.
All right.
Granted, in terms of
going for a guard burst.
Guard burst looks like
Osiris.
Yeah, Osiris. Next after that, I missed what was grabbed off of the. But we'll go back and see what was grabbed. I want to know what was grabbed off of that. So Servant Burst did grab. Oh,
Adana.
Adana. Ooh, interesting. I'm glad you caught that, because that flash was way too.
Yeah, these cards are kind of shiny.
Yeah.
Very, very fancy.
I like shiny cards, but Jesus Christ, not in this situation. Fast movements. Servant paid out for the grow.
Good idea. Going to Tama 2.
I mean, you don't really care about trying to keep a Servant in trash for colored enter anyways, when your entire deck is nothing but one color.
Absolutely, I totally agree. Oh, let's see. Oh, yep, bouncing the center. That's interesting. I might have not gone for that one, but I understand. Because if you have a Yuki in your hand and you bounce the Tokiyuki, then you can Yuki the Bruno out of the center lane and then it does nothing.
Yeah,
however, he might not have a Yuki in hand. Yeah, exactly.
So it looks like we see...
Going for a Lion Dig, getting back a Donna, and I missed the second one. Everything's very shiny.
It looked kind of like a Lovdabi, from what I could tell. It kind of looked like a Lovdabi.
Yeah, going for an Exceeded Miracle Draw.
So,
what are you gonna
get to pick 2 blind, because Miracle Draw only looks for at the top 5. Choose 1, otherwise, if you exceed, look at 5, choose 2.
Mm-hmm.
So, God knows
and
what
no
was
reveal.
Happening. Yeah. So, yeah, there's the
Lovdabi,
and then the Donna. So
and
it's
a Donna.
Donna's going to clone the Tokiyuki. The
Tokiyuki. Yeah, to become an 8.
So
okay.
The 8 cross turn. Looks like we're going for the over pursuit, returning the Mastema again.
Ooh, it's just not gonna let you get that black enter.
I mean, he already has a Bernicius, but
yeah, that's true.
He's set.
Well, having dual colored enter in the enter zone is better than 4 single colored enters.
100%.
He's a little bit less flexible.
So going straight to the smash play, probably going to hit the Tokiyuki, because unfortunately the Lovdabi is way out of smash range.
Yep.
Casually sitting at a lovely 14k. That card's not going anywhere off of Machina Smash.
No, unfortunately not. That's going to be one of those things that you're either going to vanish or you're just going to let it exist.
Yep, Tokiyuki vanish.
Ooh, Exia Burst.
So opting for the draw card here. Got the Servant for the guard there. So now we get the first Tama turn at 3. 3 life cloth to what looks like 4. I'm wondering how this is going to do. We've already got the early 7 limit, so we could probably see a double Exia field, or maybe a Remember Exia field.
I suppose it depends on what is in Andrew's hands right now, because he does have the enter for a Super Celestia Saber, although he'll probably want to be saving that for the Tama level 3 to get in some more damage, but we'll have to see. The opponent has 4 life cloth left, is that right?
Yeah, it looks to be 4.
So this could be a very defensive turn, or it could be a very aggro turn. However, I would suspect that Andrew's going to be going on the defense, because going up against a mono-white Tama, you're going to suspect that they are the aggro deck, so you'll want to wall up as well.
Yeah, so Considering he paid out a Exia, I wonder if he might actually be going for the Super Celestia Saber here. Because, just because he'll have that Exia in the trash anyways for the Super Celestia Saber. So he can wall up with a double X. Just have them in hand, alright. Alright. Literally have them in hand. Looks like confirming bursts. Looks like confirming, other forms of discard, maybe. So we see the Monomine. I do kind of suspect that this might trigger the Xeno cluster that Phantom is running, because he didn't use it on the random drain that was played earlier.
He does have 3 cards in hand as well, it looks like, off to the side.
Yeah, so the Monomine in the center. Yeah, 3 cards in hand. So, so it might... Seeing the Monomine down center might... He's counting his deck. He might actually be going in for the Ultra Superheroes. Ooh. Because if there's enough cards there for... Oh, nope, going straight to attack phase, forcing a discard. Because if there was enough cards there, you could force the discard, or you could Ultra Superheroes, force the discard. There's the Xeno cluster.
Yep, there's the Xeno. Looks like he chose to discard the Koella from the Monomin. So I wonder what else he's got in his hand that he would not have been willing to discard over that. Most likely a Servant. Although he's got a lot more options now after the Xeno cluster.
Yeah, the Koella probably is the safer of the discards here, just because I don't think you're going to be sitting at the same life burst to get the draw. And there isn't really anything on the defensive field that you would want their abilities to be blanked to have anyway. So Koella is probably the best choice of discard for this point. So it looks like attacking, not going for the restand.
Interesting.
I'm going to assume it's maybe keeping up the enter to threaten clap if absolutely necessary. I don't know why. Because you have double Exia, that's basically a clap in disguise.
Yes, I agree.
Because it doesn't matter.
that is an interesting choice. I personally would have gone for pushing the damage, because when your opponent's that low on hand size, my mind is you probably want to get those guards out, especially because Tama does not really have a great way to recur guards. A lot of that, especially without having the Donna assist line for Phantom, you're a little bit restricted with how you could get those guards back unless one exists in your life cloth or you draw it. So as an opponent, when I'm looking at a low hand size, I might want to go for something that's going to drain any guards out of their hand.
Right.
While still pushing damage, but that's just me.
So we get the Remember setup, so we're definitely probably going to see somewhat of an aggressive turn. Cloning the Love Dobby on the Donna, so the Donna is now sitting at 14k as well.
So we've just got a field of very big Signies.
Very big problem children. We did
so 2 14s, a 12, probably going to become a 15 at some point.
Yeah, 15 on attack immediately, and knowing that the Remember cannot be dealt with because the smash has already been seen. We did see a Buckler discard for the overhand size. He was at 7. Donna killing off the Exia. Remember swinging in at 15. Love Dobby killing off the other Exia. Do we see the guard here? It looks like it didn't pay for the restand since that has to be immediate. Paying out an Exia.
Does pay the extra guard.
Yeah. Probably waiting to whittle down the defenses before going for a full Tama swing turn. Both players at 3 life cloth now.
Yeah, looks like we're even. If someone's got a Koella, they can get some extra cards in their hand.
Yeah. Well, we know it's not Andrew. No Koelas in his list whatsoever. Understandable.
But Andrew does have the 5 enter now for the clap in the future if he wants to still be holding on to that. However, Phantom looks like he's only got 2 enter, which is not enough for a disrespect, but is just enough for an Akino bye-bye.
If it depending if I gotta stop mousing over this. So depending if Andrew is able to open some lanes here, which he technically could. If he was running Over Pursuit, which he's not, so
What's it gonna be?
LMAO opening lanes, because that Donna's 14k and Zirconium is not doing jack and squat against that. So,
right. Well, at this point, the good news with Tama is that if the Signies are a problem and you can't get rid of them off the field, you do have the ability to do extra damage with the Lyrig itself. So that adds a lot of longevity to these kind of decks.
So realistically, there is enough Tama to do an enter attack. Sorry, there is enough enter to do a second Tama attack on the swing, even with the enter charge. Going for the up here. So we can look at 5.
We'll probably choose to mill 10.
I would hope so.
I mean, at this point, with the way that the mono white Tama deck is constructed, it's doing a lot more digging and drawing through the deck. So the likelihood that the deck is overall lower than your average opponent, the mill against this deck is actually a good idea.
So,
looks like you've got like maybe 3 left, maybe 2 left in the deck.
I would say that looks more like a pile of 5, considering how like his hand going over it, and it looked like there were a lot more cards that moved. I didn't actually count 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stop resetting the hand, Andrew. I'm trying to count. There's at least like maybe 20. I was too busy being mad at him constantly resetting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 cards, 3 life cloth, 2. Yeah, he still has maybe like 5 cards in deck. I'm not trying to do the
Alright, so it's not a total deck out. Ooh, going in for a double remember. Now that should be interesting. Especially if we're planning on doing a Tama double attack.
I do
when
think
you can
that's
down
the
your
play
remembers
here, because he does have enough cards in hand for a double node on Madoka Clap if he goes for the restand here. I do think that's the plan here, to try and drain the enter so that way on the crackback cannot
it won't disrespect or Akino bye-bye. It will definitely restrict
or be able to do any Tama stuff in general.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I mean, the mono white Tama is very enter hungry, so anytime that you can be draining them of their enter or just not giving it to them in general, it's going to hinder this deck significantly.
Yeah, so this is definitely presenting if you want to Tama me next turn, you need to take all of these swings I'm about to throw at you.
Oh, what? Wait, put that down. What are you doing?
Are you please? It better be down. It better be downing it to look at your life cloth, buddy. Oh my lord.
Oh, here we go. Okay, all right. We've got the whole field downed. Just gonna be a big old tax and make this like a very, very big field to deal with.
Yep. All right, so pay the 1.
Did you pay the 2?
Do you?
Yeah,
pay
you gotta pay the extra 1. There we go. There we go. Resolved.
The heuristic study of WIXOSS, except unfortunately, the unfortunate benefit of you don't get anything out of your opponent paying 1 other than the fact that
Oh wait. Did Phantom just deck out?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I am a very smart person, and I totally knew he had like 2 cards left in the deck, right?
To be fair, it's very difficult to tell with the matte black sleeves.
Yeah.
A servant! That is brutal.
No, you hate to
you hate to see it.
You hate to see it when it's you. You love to see it when it's your opponent.
Now the good news is that if Phantom can manage to get 4 enter and hold on to it, the Akino bye-bye can get back that servant, but it's a little bit more expensive now.
Oh, we got triple Love Dobby field.
That is a big field.
That is the 3rd time I have seen a Mastema returned back to hand this game off of Over Pursuit.
Man, really not letting that Mastema get to the enter zone.
Yeah, we still
I think if Andrew ever wants to see it in the enter zone, he's gonna have to enter from field.
You mean enter from hand?
Yeah.
All
a
right.
white heaven to remove the 2 remembers.
So
that's devastating.
So we are definitely looking at at least guaranteed 1 damage, because does not have the enter for the full
clap.
But does have the hand for a second effective clap. So
All right.
this is at least a 2 damage field. Assuming Andrew doesn't have a guard in hand. I'm going to assume at this point he does, because...
I mean, with the hand size like that, he's been very good at keeping it full. I would assume that he has at least 1 guard in there. Let's see.
Tokiyuki
no
burst,
burst.
so nada. Yep, there we go.
Yep, guard. Okay.
So
Ooh, Phantom's down at 1 life cloth. Andrew is at 2. This is going to be a very tight game. That is a big field to deal with, and I don't know that Andrew has much more that he can put down on the field to be able to deal with it, other than just swinging over.
Honestly, what wins... So, I know what wins the game here. Not like... I don't know how this match ends, but I know what the play is to end the game. 1 remember ends the game.
Yep, because Phantom has no enter.
There's the remember. You don't...
Alright.
Yeah, so he doesn't have anything for disrespect. He doesn't have anything to pay.
Oh, 2 remembers, my lord! That is brutal. I don't know how Phantom's going to be able to pay for that.
It is 2 remembers to end a game, sorry. Because I'm just thinking, I was like, alright, so you get remember the first one. Alright, cool. So, yeah, you just go for the full Tama swing, and you know this is basically game, because there's no way... There is no way he's going to have the enter to pay for the second servant.
Burst. That is game. Good job, everybody.
Yeah, so...
Oh, very close.
Yeah, Mono White being enter hungry. Servant and ZR2 in the last
that servant, even if they were down to 1, I think that servant still would have won Andrew the game.
Yeah, like having no enter for the having no enter at all on the return swing, literally against Tama, goes, I just need to play remembers, and I know I have free damage, because now your opponent can't guard, like, at all.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, definitely.
Without,
Did Phantom not even grow his Akino? Or did I miss that?
He grew it to 1, but he could not grow it to 2, because Akino Bye-Bye requires at least...
Akino Bye-Bye is 2, and then if you want the additional effect, it's a white and a colorless to get back the guard. Yeah, and Andrew did a pretty great job just, like, denying the enter, not to mention Tama is an enter-hungry deck anyways, so getting the full effect out of that Akino Bye-Bye was going to be an uphill battle either way. Good game.
It's unfortunate in a sense, because, like, you know what you have to do kind of thing, but as soon as Tama starts getting to the level 3, it just automatically starts enter denying. Like, unironically just starts enter denying. Just simply because, alright, there's 2 lanes I don't have to swing into. I can kill one of the problem childs with a remember, potentially, as long as you're not, like, you know, casually 16k looking at you, Donna Memoria. Totally not salty against that card, even though I've had some great games of that card myself. But
we all have personal vendettas against certain cards.
I say as I run 4 copies in most of my white decks, but anyways. But no, with Remember being able to clear most of the problem children, just being at 15k on the swing, it'll get rid of most of the problem children, and then you don't even need to care about the other ones, because you're just going to down them for the Tama anyways.
Yep.
So, GG's to Andrew. Congrats on winning this round.
GG's, for sure. Yeah, that was a great game played on both sides. And congratulations to both players, because I believe Phantom placed relatively high, didn't he?
Yeah, if I remember the standings correctly, Phantom placed 10th overall.
Nice.
So
not
he
bad.
definitely did really good throughout the entire day. So it was definitely a good displaying here for both players, because I know Andrew made top 8.
Yeah, Andrew ended up finishing 7th overall, so these 2 players did not finish too far behind from each other.
Yep. That is 100% a fact. But that's it for the round. That was actually, like, relatively fast compared to, like, online ceremonies.
Yeah, that was a pretty quick round.
So, once again, I'm Hellfire. Thanks for watching, and thanks, Tiffany, for joining me. Shame we
Thank
didn't
you
get
so
to do
much
any
for having
roasting.
me.
I think I did most of the roasting instead of you, but
I was just like so enthralled with the gameplay because I'm so familiar with both of these decks that I'm just like, ooh, what's gonna happen next?
yeah,
You know?
I'm pretty sure you had to sit across from both of these variants multiple times in your guys' testing. So
Absolutely, absolutely. Although I did get worried when I saw Andrew touching that remember. I was like, I know you're not gonna once a turn trash that. I know you're not gonna do that to me.
meanwhile, I'm sitting here thinking, no, please, down to look at life burst. You don't need to attack. Down look at burst.
I also probably would have made a similar play to down look at burst. Pushing through with the remember early is a little risky because Tama has a lot of bounce effect. So it was a little bit of a risk. The other remember could have been bounced, and then that would have messed up your whole play. But got a little lucky there and ended up going in for the win anyways.
Yeah, because if Phantom did have a... Actually, no, it wouldn't have mattered anyways, because most of White's bounce effects all require the Signy to be upped.
Exactly. So if you swung through, if you have two remembers on the field and you swung through with one, and then you hit a bounce effect, it could have bounced the other one.
Right, that is...
Which is what makes it a little bit risky. However, you know what? Andrew won, so my opinion isn't valid, I suppose.
Well, like I said, we're doing the whole Midwest thing, apparently, where it's like, oh, we're okay. Anyways, once again, Hellfire, thanks, Tiffany, for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me. This was a lot of fun.
And I look forward to more of your guys' videos. And for my viewers, look out for the data post that we posted after I upload all the rounds. So thank you guys, and have a good night.
Good night.